Hello, good morning, and happy Tuesday, crafty friends. Welcome. I am Taylor. I'm the creative director here at Tailored Expressions, and you are watching Tea Time with Taylor. I go live every Tuesday morning at 10 a.m. Central, so I'm glad you are tuning in today. We have a new release of products, usually every Tuesday, or if it's not a new release, we have something else going on. Whether we're launching an event or maybe we are have some kind of promotion on products for you, there's always something happening on Tuesdays. So if you're new around here, maybe this is the first time you've caught one of our videos or watched on replay, then mark your calendars. We would love to have you back on Tuesdays to see what's new. So how's everybody doing today? Say hello as you're hopping on. I would love to hear from you. Give a few shout outs as we get started. Hello, good morning, Barb. Bobby's here. We have Rachel. Hi, Mary. Hi, Sarah. Chilly, Ohio. It is super chilly here today, too. I think it feels like -7 outside is what my husband told me before I left the house. So I definitely grabbed my coat today. Hello, Nancy. Debbie, you said -12 this morning in South Dakota. I can believe it. I was hopeful. I wish all of the cold weather and snow would come in January, because when it doesn't, I get my hopes up. Like I think, oh, this winter has been so great. And then all of a sudden we get dumped on in February. We are supposed to have a snowstorm around here starting tonight and into tomorrow. My kids, of course, are super excited for a potential no school day tomorrow.
Yes!
And I think all of us as parents are like, no, you need to go back to school. So, hello, Martha. Hi, Linda. Looks like everybody's cold today.
Whitney too. I've got on 3 layers.
Oh, except Pam. She says, stay warm. I'll send some warm from Arizona. Okay, please do. Just push it right up here to the Midwest. Looks like some of you already have your order placed this morning, and as I mentioned, we do have a new release of products. We are celebrating, let me see if you can guess it. Here we go. We are celebrating St. Patrick's Day. And I bought these fun glasses because I thought they were perfect for the St. Patrick's Day release. I know it's hard to take me seriously wearing these the whole time, so I'm going to take them off again. But I thought it was a fun little add to our video today. And yes, I'm really excited to share with you our new St. Patrick's Day products. We don't release St. Patrick's Day every year, so we took last year off and we are back again with new products this year. I think one of my favorite things about St. Patrick's Day is usually we can sneak a few rainbows in there. There's the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, kind of bright, colorful things. I'd love to hear from you. Are you Irish or are you Irish-ish? I am not Irish. I would be in the Irish-ish camp, but I certainly love to create and send cards for St. Patrick's Day. It's just one of those fun, bright, cheerful celebrations. So let's start taking a look at what we have for you today. We do have a promotion happening with this release, and when you purchase $25 or more from our St. Patrick's Day new release category, you will receive these cute rainbow stickers. Aren't those fun? It is a sheet of 12 different stickers, and I'm going to show them to you here with some of our inspiration. So this is what they look like. These are not available for purchase separately. So the only way you can get these right now is by purchasing $25 or more. These are while supplies last. So we do have limited quantity of these, and they will add to your cart automatically when you qualify for the freebie. So if you don't see them in your cart, that either means you don't qualify or we did run out of them. But that is super fun. Let me show you some inspiration with these. I have first a cute little card that I made using a different rainbow color of rainbows. A rainbow of rainbows. I mean, you don't get more rainbowy than this. And I just applied those stickers to a square, added some stamped stars in the background and some little clay clouds. So you can do that twice if you get one of these sets of stickers. There are 12 on here, and I use 6 on the card. Or if you want to get even more use out of your sticker sheet, I use just one little sticker on this cute treat box. This is our cute carton die, and it is available in our collection. I stenciled it with polka dots, added that little sticker to the front, and put a roof on it to make it look like a sweet little house.
That is adorable.
I love it. I haven't decided what's going inside yet. I left the bottom kind of open so I could still put a treat in there. But super fun and cute to give for any occasion, really. It doesn't have to be for St. Patrick's Day. So that is our special promotion for this release. We also have a few bundles that are happening. I did talk through these on our product reveal live. If you haven't seen that yet, we can link that in the comments so that you can hear more about these products. But we have our Happy Go Lucky bundle. This is super cute. Look at that fun sample. Let me show you a couple more of my favorites. This one came in from Heather over the weekend. So this is one that I did not show on our product reveal video this weekend. And she used all of those die cut little Lucky Charms at the bottom of the rainbow, which is also new. And then the sentiment, "You're my lucky charm." I think that turned out super cute. And then this is the one we're going to be making together on the live today. Hopefully this brings back some childhood vibes for you. Even though Lucky Charms may seem like a cereal from your childhood, I can assure you I still eat Lucky Charms today. This is one of my favorite things. Kind of a late night snack after the kids go to bed, and I want something small. A bowl of cereal does it for me. So we're gonna make this on the live, and you'll hear more about that as we get to creating together. Let me show you the other bundle that we have. Now, as I talk about these bundles, all of the products that are in the bundle are available for purchase separately. We just put them together in a bundle for you to help curate the collection and give you everything you need to use the products together. So this is the Perfect Pennant bundle. It includes a fun new die set called Perfect Pennant, and we are going to be expanding this into future collections. So you're going to be able to make pennants, I know, for all different occasions. Let me show you another one that came in this weekend from Heather. Pull this sample into the frame. Look at how cute that is. She used those Perfect Pennants, specifically the foilet, with some of our new foils that also released. If you love rainbow foils, we added 2 new ones to our collection, and she used one of them on this really bright and shiny card. Love that. It is a mini slim card, but it looks super cute on A2 as well. These pennants are designed to fit on both. So there you have it. Those are our 2 bundles, and that's what I'm going to share with you today. If you want to see a walkthrough of the full release, you can certainly go to our product reveal video at any time. It's on our YouTube channel, or hopefully linked in the comments, and you can hear more about all of the products that we are releasing. Or I also saw that Charlie put up the link to our St. Patrick's Day category so that you can check out all of the new products in one place. Looks like, oh yes, Heather's super excited about the pennants. Easie's is partial to Life cereal. I do love Life cereal.
Me too.
Lucky Charms is fun as a treat. Now I have to know, with your Life cereal, do you put any sugar on it? I usually sprinkle it with like a packet or maybe 2 of Splenda if I'm wanting something a little more sweet. But I do love that one too. Okay, so we are going to make, as I mentioned, this card together today, and it is inspired by my love of Lucky Charms cereal. You can see I was able to fashion a spoon from our foil, silver foil cardstock. I'm going to show you the dies that I used to do that. But the first thing we're going to do is blend that background. So this is our Happy Go Lucky layering stencil. It is a set of 4 stencils, and it's part of the Happy Go Lucky bundle. If you want to grab all of the things, which include the coordinating die and the sentiments that go with it. So I'm going to tack my paper down and start with layer 1 of the stencil. I need a little bit of my teal tape. We might need this more often, so I'll just keep it in frame with me so it's at easy reach here. Did everybody have a good weekend? Tell me about your weekend plans or what you did in your craft room this weekend. I am gonna grab some removable labeling tape here, and we're gonna cover up some of these. So on this first layer only, I ended up using 2 different colors because I wanted my horseshoes to be purple and the other elements are going to be wintergreen. So I'm gonna just cover up the portions here that are not the horseshoes by ripping a few pieces of the Post-it removable labeling tape.
I feel like we've been using a lot of wintergreen lately.
I have been.
We have not stopped using it since it came out.
It's that beautiful bright green,
Yes.
and it's perfect for St. Patrick's Day, kind of that bright Kelly green color. So, all right, here we go. I'm gonna start with Macaron ink, which is a light purple. And we'll go ahead and apply the ink to the horseshoes. I didn't cover this one up because it's up here at the top where it might not be in my way as I go about blending these. I do want to make sure that I blend inside the squares. That's what I'm going to use in order to line up each layer of the stencil. Oh, somebody asked, what did I spray on my glass mat to hold the cardstock in place? So I didn't actually spray anything. I just used a little bit of the Scotch Permanent adhesive. Put that directly down on the glass mat to hold my paper down. Okay, now we're gonna come in with a little bit darker color. This is dried fig, and I'll be using my bitty blender brush to add a little bit of dimension to those horseshoes.
So many crafty projects this weekend.
What was everybody up to?
They were working on baby cards, foiling, the 5 o'clock somewhere bundle products.
Ooh.
Some people were doing patriotic stamps.
Oh, wow.
Yes, lots of projects. You were getting crafty. You were making cheer pins.
I was. We had my daughter's volleyball team came, both of them actually came to the studio and made cheer pins. And if you're not familiar with cheer pins, as I was not before I suggested this craft idea, my girls go to volleyball tournaments, and at the last tournament we were at, they received cheer pins, which are basically just decorated clothespins, and they write encouraging messages on them like good luck, you rock. If you're into teenage slang, a lot of them wrote slay on it.
Yes.
So
These kids and their slang words.
I know. I am getting an education in the new teenage slang, which I'm sure now that the parents are figuring out what their slang is, it will change again. But yeah, we did that. And then they go to these tournaments and they kind of secretly clip these clothespins on other people's bags to kind of cheer them on. So isn't that fun?
I love that.
Okay, so I just washed that stencil and we're going to place it back down and use those alignment squares. This is still layer 1 that we're working on. And because my colors are so different, green and purple, I wanted to wash the stencil layers so that I don't get, contamination from the color that we had already put down. And then I'm going to go ahead and take some more of these little strips and cover up. Oh, I covered up the wrong part. This time I want to cover up the part that we've already blended, these purple pieces, so we don't get our green on them.
No color contamination.
No, I don't like that.
Maybe we should make the adult version of cheer pins We'll make some cheer pins like you're doing it.
Yes. Adulting.
Yes.
We do. We need to start that trend. Adulting cheer pins.
And then go to the grocery store and clip them on people's bags.
Yes.
Sharing joy.
Yeah, hopefully you don't get caught clipping it on somebody's purse that's like, what are you doing in my purse?
Yes.
Just encouraging you with a cheer pin.
Here's an adulting cheer pin. You're doing it.
You got out of bed today.
Oh, some days. Some days that is a win.
You made it to the grocery store. Congratulations. That's more than I can say for myself this weekend. I just was not in the mood to go grocery shopping. And I know I can place an order online, but I wasn't in the mood for that either.
No.
So we're just working on leftovers this week. Yep. So, all right, I have a little bit of that wintergreen put down, and I'm going to use just a little bit of extra ink to put some dimension into a few of those pieces. So a lighter hand to start, and then a heavier hand for the dimension will get you that two-toned color with just one ink pad. Okay, next up we have layer 2 of the stencil. Charmaine likes your idea. She said, cute and funny, Whitney.
All right. Coming to a grocery store near you. Watch out for Whitney.
Have you guys seen the trend where people buy googly eyes and they stick them onto inanimate objects, like in grocery stores?
Like fruits and
They'll
veggies?
Yes. And so then when you go to the grocery store, you see, hilariousness. Like your fruits and vegetables are just staring up at you.
What?
Or if you go to like the cracker section and there's like a child on the packaging of the cracker box, they'll put eyes on it.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I have not seen this, but now I want to be one of those people.
Yes.
I wonder if Jill Hawkins is this person.
I know. She did. We have talked about this.
Okay.
I told her, as long as it's not illegal, she should try it. It does look really funny, though. Just buy a package of googly eyes and put them on random products in the store.
Here's the good news. We sell them at TE.
We do.
The other day I was like, ooh, these look like they're going to come in handy. Add to cart.
Can never have too many googly eyes.
No.
The other thing I've been working on this week, anybody who has littles, or maybe you're working on it with your grandkids, elementary age kids around here make Valentines and Valentine boxes. And we've been working on our Valentine boxes. Are your kids doing those, Whitney? Or?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Saxon gave Valentines that had like a box of fries, and it said, "You're way better than fries," or like different fun things like that. So for his Valentine's box, he made a hamburger.
Oh, he did?
Yes.
What did he make it out of?
He had a square box, and then he made the top out of brown paper, and then took like hours to put all these sesame seeds on it.
Oh,
they had to be
funny.
Perfect. And then he had lettuce and tomato and
like
cheese.
Real sesame seeds, or did he cut them from paper?
No, cut them from paper.
Okay.
Yes. So the whole thing looks like a hamburger, actual 3D with, so he was pretty proud. What did you make this year? What did your girls do?
Well, Maddie doesn't do them anymore, so I have 2 in elementary school, and Henry doesn't care what his looks like, so Charlie wants to do an oatmeal container. You get those long containers with oats in them, and she wants to use that to make a Starbucks mug. It's on Pinterest, so it wasn't my idea, but we are going to do that. You spray paint the Starbucks cup, and then you put their logo on it, and then, And then Henry, I think we're going to do the push the easy button, and I have I have a big gift sack that has a shark on it, and I'm going to do cut an opening in the shark's mouth, and then that's where the Valentines are going to go, and I'll seal up the top of the gift bag.
Aww.
So, and put his name on it. Okay, we are on layer number 3. I'm moving on to pineapple. That was cotton candy before, if you didn't get a chance to see that one. Pineapple, and then we're going to highlight or dimensionalize. That's probably not a word. I don't know. We're going to highlight this one with the darker sweet corn ink. That's been a fun pairing that I've been using quite a bit lately with the pineapple and sweet corn. Sweet corn is just a deeper golden yellow. I would call pineapple a sunny golden yellow, and then sweet corn, deeper golden yellow. So we've got that next with my bitty blender brush, and then we'll finish off layer 4.
I'm feeling hungry.
Hey, we have some things here. Should I show everybody what we've got? If you get hungry while making your cereal themed card, you too could enjoy Lucky Charms marshmallows. Woo! We haven't opened these yet, Whitney.
I'm shocked that I withheld this morning because I was like, these look delicious.
Magically delicious, fat-free food.
Oh, fat-free bonus.
That's what it says. I think fat-free also means filled with sugar. But we have that. We also, I think we even have a bag of Lucky Charms in here that I was using for inspiration as I created my cereal themed card.
I mean, we got shaker bubbles. We can put marshmallow, the Lucky Charms into a shaker bubble. Those used to be my favorite part. Now my kids make me pick out all the marshmallows, and I end up eating
just the cereal bits.
I'm like, you guys are wasteful.
Uh-huh. Yeah, sorry about that. You got stuck with the cereal bits.
Yep, the cereal bits.
They're not bad as long as the cereal to marshmallow ratio is right.
Right.
I like a good amount of marshmallows.
Me too. I mean, shocker.
Shocker. Okay, let's go ahead with our 4th layer, which is strawberry milkshake. And these are like the perfect, bright, happy colors for a St. Patrick's Day card. The other great thing about these products in this bundle is they don't have to be just for St. Patrick's Day. The stamp talks about, or features, the big word lucky, and has lots of phrases that I'll show you here in just a little bit. But lots of different add-on phrases that can be used for occasions outside of St. Patrick's Day. I always love that versatility. All right, we did our last layer. Let's take a look. The big reveal. This is the fun part of stenciling. Just pulling off that final layer. Look at that cute background. All right, there it is. Super cute. All right, I'm gonna wash my glass board here as we move on to our next step. Here it is. I start to set things in all the places, and then like, where did I set that washcloth, or where did I set my blended panel? I added a little bit more alcohol so I can get that adhesive off that I put on the glass board to hold our paper down at the beginning. All right, I think we're good. Now you will notice on my project that we were just talking about this. We couldn't do all marshmallows in the cereal. We had to put some cereal bits in there. So in order to make these little cereal bits, what I'm going to do is take a piece of the sugar cube cardstock. It doesn't have to be quite this big, and I'll probably just use the top or the side here. But we are going to blend that with Toffee ink. And then I'm going to die cut the cereal pieces using the coordinating die. This coordinating die will also cut out all of your stenciled marshmallow pieces or charms if you want to do that. So you could make a card the way that Heather did, where she die cut all of the pieces and put them at the bottom of her rainbow. which I thought was super cute. But in this case, that die is just going to become the pieces we need for the cereal. And I don't want them to get too dark, so I am just lightly applying this Toffee ink over the top of the sugar cube cardstock. If you wanted to do the entire piece, you could, and then you just have more of the bits to make another second project, but I don't think I need that many for the project today. So, all right. Let's go ahead and grab my die cut machine then, and we will place this over the top of the portion that I've blended and die cut that out. I am gonna cut this down really quick so that it fits a little bit better through my die cut machine. And then while we have our die cut machine out, I want to show you guys how I created that spoon that's in the project. I had to search a little bit in our die collection to see what we had that would work, but I thought it turned out cute.
It did turn out really cute. Lots of trial and error.
Yes.
Gotta get the right size. And
there was a lot of trial and error with this one. All right, so we have those pieces, and I'm going to set those aside for now, and we'll do some more die cutting while we have this out. All right, now for the kind of, I don't know what you call that part of the spoon that is the actual spoon. The spoon part, and then you have the handle part. Yes. So for the spoon portion, I found this die set, which is Fancy Feature Frames, and this inside oval part of the frame is the perfect size for a spoon. I did try things like our oval stacklets, which tended to be a little too thin to look like a spoon. So if you find something that you think is a great spoon, feel free to chime in here, or maybe you've had to make a spoon before and use things that you have. I also did try, we have a die that looks like a blender brush, and a blender brush kind of looks like a spoon if it's flat and doesn't have bristles on it. So I did try that, but it ended up being quite a bit too small for the scale of the background imagery. All right, so we're actually gonna, I guess I don't need to toss that. We could use it on a future project, but this is the part that I want from the die set. So I'll set that aside. Now let's make ourselves a handle for our spoon. Something you might not have considered. I used the handle from our hammer. So this, I know, right? So this is called Tools of the Trade. And we're actually going to cut off the head of the hammer and just use this portion here for the spoon handle. So I think we don't need to, waste paper cutting the head of it. So I'll just trim this out. Just a little tip too, while I'm talking about our foil cardstock, I would highly recommend trimming the paper that you want to die cut before sending it through your machine. If I were to put this on here and send the whole paper through, the foil paper will pick up any cut lines that you have in your cutting pad. So it really kind of mars the surface and makes the rest of this unusable. So I always cut my paper before I send it through my die cut machine to keep the remaining paper looking nice and usable. All right, so we'll send that through. And there's the piece. We'll end up trimming this part off. There is a little etch marking right here, and that's exactly where we're going to trim for the spoon handle. Or if you don't want to trim it, maybe the better idea is we can leave it together and put our glue up here and just position it behind there. So that's going to be our spoon. While I'm at it, let me show you the sentiment set that we're going to use today. So this one is called My Lucky Charm, and it has a few different things in it. It's a stamp and die combo. So it has the stamps in it, the lucky. If you want to stamp that large lucky, maybe you want to emboss it or stamp it on colored cardstock. However you want to do that, the stamp is included. And then we have all of those add-on phrases that are an all-together stamp with the alignment squares to cut them all out together. And then the die set, if we take a look at that, has the dies to cut out that all-together stamp. And then it has the backer die. So if you want to cut around your stamped lucky, you can do that with the backer die. But then we also included the letters to spell out the word lucky. So if you wanted to cut your lucky from cardstock, which is what I did for my project, you would use this one, and then you could layer those on top of the backer die. So there's really so many options with this. I love the versatility of having both the die word and the stamp word that both work with the backer. So I did stamp and pre-emboss these ahead of the live today. So I have those here. I stamped them with Versafine Clair Nocturne ink and then put clear embossing powder over the top. And then we can just line up those. Some of the sentiments, the one I'll be using today is You're My and Charm. So we'll put You're My Lucky Charm. You can also do Lucky to Know You, Lucky You're in My Life, Lucky to Call You a Friend. So like I was saying earlier, lots of versatile sentiments to use for occasions other than St. Patrick's Day. Okay, I'm going to set these two aside that we'll be using, the You're My and Lucky Charm. Here I'll bring this in so I can show you a couple of different ways that this was used. So this one is stamped and then die cut with the coordinating backer. And then this one is the die cut backer with the die cut letters on top of it. And in this case, this is the one we'll be using on the project today. I did it ahead of time because I stacked 3 layers of those die cuts on top of each other to give it some stability, give it some dimension. So that's another fun way to use these, is to stack them and give them that, that weight to them. So we'll set that over here because we're going to need that in a little bit as well. I think we're done with our die cutting now. I'm going to show you how to make the inside of the spoon. So if I bring back my card, you can see you want it to look like there's milk in your spoon. However, because I was using the inside of a frame, there is no additional interior piece for that die set. And there is, however, a way that you can create it yourself. I know we're not all super excited about fussy cutting, but for a really simple, easy, one-time thing, this is how I created the inside with the milk. So I'm going to take this foiled die cut piece that we have here, and I'm going to trace it with a pencil. And then I will just take my scissors, and I want to cut, I would say maybe 1/8 of an inch inside the white line. I'm going to cut this out of the larger piece so it's easier for me to handle. But then I'm going to just start cutting kind of inside of that traced line all the way around the outside. And it doesn't have to be absolutely perfect because we are going to place it onto the spoon, and then we're going to place some cereal pieces over it. So if there are parts that you don't like or that you got a little jagged, you could always overlap it with a piece of the background that we did. Just evening it out a little bit, and then let's take that. Here's what it looks like after I cut that out, so you can see that little bit of space that I cut inside the traced line. And here's what that looks like. I think maybe I'm going to cut this down just a little bit more. I didn't cut quite far enough on the inside of that line. So just cutting a little bit more off, and you can kind of place it down and see where you're at. Want a little bit more off of this end. It's not an exact science by any means. A bit more off of this side. And then I think we'll have our milk. I'm a perfectionist, if you haven't noticed, so I just keep like finding small areas to trim. So, you know, you can be like me, or you can be okay with it.
Or you can be like Whitney.
Or you can be like Whitney. So here we go. This is what that looks like, the piece that I cut, the milk that fits inside your spoon. Okay, let's go ahead and adhere that together and get our card put together. I might need, oh, never mind, I see it here. I was thinking ahead to my next step. All right, got that glued down. We'll take the head of our hammer, put a little adhesive on that, and glue that handle behind. I know it doesn't look very, what is the word I'm looking, to scale. I mean, normally the handle to a regular spoon this size would be a little bit longer, but when you adhere it to your card and cut that off, it gives the illusion of a real spoon that would be longer. So don't worry too much about that yet. I guess I was not done with my die cut machine. I do need to die cut the panel for the background. That is this here. We're gonna die cut with our A2 layer stacklets. So I love blending and then being able to choose exactly where I want to die cut using these A2 layer stacklets. There's all the sizes that go from A2 all the way down. I am using the third largest size here. Bring my die cut machine back in and get this all taped down. I'm just seeing Susan's comment that she buys bags of just the marshmallows and adds them to her cereal. That is a great idea. All right. So we'll tack that down. When I have these thinner dies, I do like to tack both sides down just to make sure that stays in place as we send it through. Okay. Now I really do think we're done with our die cut machine. And we'll go ahead and do the rest here. Okay, so I'm going to come back to my little cereal pieces that are toffee in color. And we'll punch out a few of those. I don't know exactly what shapes or how many I'll need, so I'll just grab a few here. And I did find that the smaller ones, I didn't use like the big balloon or the little pot of gold or the rainbow. They were a little bit large, so I kind of sorted those out and used these little guys to fit in spaces a little bit better. Grab my little glue tube and make sure we got glue flowing here. Looking good. Okay, so if I kind of place these on my project where I want them, without actually adhering them down, I can see where I want my little cereal pieces to go. And I don't need to place them all over and then cover them up. So let's go ahead and I'm going to grab my Toffee ink again. I want to make these just a little bit dimensional. I do that with literally every die cut, I think. I just can't not do it. So I'm going to grab my detail blender brush and kind of hit the sides with a little bit of Toffee ink. And that's going to give them more dimension. So Whitney, did you pay attention at the beginning? Did we have more Irish or Irish-ish people?
Irish-ish.
Irish-ish.
But several people married into it, they said.
Okay.
Too. So what...
Yeah, we
and
have...
Are you Irish? Are you Dutch because you have a van?
No.
Okay,
when people ask if I'm Dutch, I usually say my husband is.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're married into it for so long, you might...
Maybe you just are.
It might feel hard to know the difference.
I know. I see all those Mick last names, the MCs. Those always are... that screams to me as Irish.
Yes.
So I know if you have an MC last name, it probably somewhere, either you or spouse. Okay, so let's go ahead and adhere some of these down. Kind of filling in, if you think of the white space as the milk, we're filling in with extra pieces that would be sitting smushed together in the milk. Gotta have the
right ratio, right?
Oh, I did probably way more marshmallow than the normal cereal has. I didn't put a ton of these pieces in there because, well, honestly, they're brown and I like a colorful card. So might need to move a few things aside as we put a few underneath where they might overlap the sentiment just a touch. You can also overlap the edges if you wanted to do that and trim off the excess. Getting close.
All right, we have a question about the lucky stamp with the dies.
Yeah.
Do the die cut letters match perfectly with the stamp? Like the one that...
They do.
The backer. Okay, that's what I thought. I just wanted to make sure got that one answered.
Yeah, so basically the stamp and the die cut letters are the same and they both work with the backer.
Perfect.
Okay, before I put my glue away, let's go ahead and adhere some cereal to our spoon. I have a few that I had blended previously that I pulled out. I die cut these and blended an additional panel so I could get these colored ones. And I'm going to glue those inside of my spoon first. And then we can put the little brown pieces in there as well. Coming together.
Woohoo! We're gonna have cereal soon.
Yeah, is it lunchtime yet?
I know.
I think cereal is one of my favorite things to have when, well, this never happens, but I was gonna say like when my family is gone and I don't have to cook for them.
Yes.
I just get the cereal out and that would be my desired dinner.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm going to need to grab one more little cereal piece from over here.
Dinner is one of those adulting wins that, you know, we should make a pin for. Like, you planned dinner. Here's your cheer pin for that.
Do I get one for also making it?
Yes.
Because a lot of times I plan dinner and then I don't feel like making it.
Yes.
So I think you need a pin for both.
Absolutely. Do chips and salsa or guac count for dinner? Because I am an expert.
Chips and guac for dinner tonight. Oh. Okay, I'm going to take and turn this over, just trim this one off the edge that I had that was overlapping. And then we can go ahead and put some foam tape on the back of these. Actually, I think that might be what I'm missing, Whit. Can I get some the foam tape squares that are over on the table?
Absolutely.
I think that might be easier. So we'll go ahead and put foam tape on the back of these and get them adhered down. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
If you want a little bit of extra stability or certainty that your handle's not going to come off your spoon, just overlap it with a few of those foam squares. I've got some cut ones to go on the handle here. And we are going to trim off the top of this handle, so I want to make sure that I don't put them too close. That feels good. So let's do that. Then we're also going to put them on the back of our Lucky. All this talk about cereal, I can feel my tummy starting to say, are you having cereal for lunch today? I'm ready.
Well, you do know Friday is our Valentine's Day potluck
Yes.
at TE, so
I can't wait. What are you bringing?
I haven't decided yet. I was going to see what's
chips
missing.
and salsa and guac.
Does it count? I was going to wait to see what was missing. It's probably a vegetable.
Oh, probably.
Everyone's going to want
We're
that.
not so good at vegetables around here. We like sweets.
Yes.
I am actually really grateful to have a daughter who loves to bake, and so Maddie
the best.
is going to make her, I'm calling them her, it's my recipe, but she has taken it over and she makes these almond bars all the time. So I'm going to make Maddie's famous almond bars. She's adorable. She makes them and cuts them up and brings them to her lunch table at school. So she's going to make 2 batches, one for school and one for
She is so
my
sweet.
work potluck. She is a helper. I love that. Okay. Let's get the spoon where we want it. Okay. Now we'll pull these pieces off. This is the part where I always feel like it goes slow, and then when Charlie puts a reel together for Facebook, I'm like, look how fast I pulled all that tape off, because she speeds it all up for me.
Marty said 7-layer salad is perfect for potlucks. What is 7-layer salad?
That's my mother-in-law makes that. It has like lettuce and usually peas and like a mayonnaise type of a dressing. At least that's what we call 7-layer salad. Maybe Marty's is different. But that is a good one. Okay, let's put down the add-on phrases, and I just did those with regular tape onto the background. We're getting there, almost to the end, and I'm going to show you a fun way to create the kind of backdrop for this. I couldn't decide what color card base I wanted to use, and so I used 2 colors. Okay. Here we go. I'll flip this over and we'll cut off the excess of our hammer handle, spoon handle. And we'll go ahead and I'm going to show you how I did this dual colored card base because I couldn't decide. I wanted both of them. So what I have are 2 pieces of cardstock that are cut at A2 size, so 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And I am going to cut them diagonally, both of them, and then flip-flop and piece them back together on my sugar cube card base. So when you're taking and cutting these apart, I like to use this trimmer because I can see the wire, exactly where that wire is going to cut. And it's easy to line up the corners of my paper with the grooves in the cutter. And this is a tip that I've shared before. So I like to start my cut in the middle of my paper whenever I'm cutting into a corner. Because if you have a corner right on where your blade hits, it tends to push the cardstock and kind of rip it. So I like to start in the middle, come down to the corner, and then push up to the next corner. Now when you're cutting your next piece of cardstock, you just want to make sure you cut the same direction. So I cut top left to bottom right. If you cut the other way, then your pieces won't be able to be used together. So we'll take that and arrange it again onto the groove. Start our cut line in the middle and then pull down. It doesn't really matter which side you use. I went with the green on the bottom and the pink on the top. So when you place those 2 together, that will make your kind of background for your card. And we're just going to adhere that onto an A2 sugar cube card base. Somebody said they could spell other words with these. I saw somebody suggested the word cluck or clucky. You could have some chickens and spell that word out. I play that Wordle game, or not Wordle, the Spelling Bee game on the New York Times app. And I love to see how many words you can spell with certain letters.
Yes.
So
many people are into this now. I need to start doing something. Otherwise, my brain is going to go to mush.
I know. Sometimes I think, though, gosh, I should be, going to bed. Maybe sleep is what my brain needs instead of spelling games on. No.
It's overrated. At this point, we're at a deficit for life.
Yes, that's true. Probably at a deficit for a while. All right, so we're going to match those 2 up and match it into that bottom corner. There's our card base. And because I already put foam tape on these 2 areas, I am going to just adhere this down to the front. So we don't get it to be too thick. There it is. Look at that.
Yay!
Now I have 2 bowls of cereal. I love it.
One for me, one for you.
Yes. Oh, okay, you guys. Hopefully you had fun today, and thank you. Thanks for joining. I will have another live on Thursday, and it will be Susan, I believe. Is that right, Whitney?
Yes.
Yeah, Susan is joining you guys on Thursday at 10 o'clock, so make sure you mark that down and join her for another fun project. And oh, the project too features the freebie this month. So you guys are going to get a lot of ideas for how you can use that pedal pusher die, which is our 100 plus freebie this month. So lots of fun happening with Susan this week on Thursday. Until then, make sure you check out our St. Patrick's Day release and maybe grab your set of stickers, which is our promo while supplies last. All right, you guys, I hope you have a wonderful day.